Heart Health has been at the forefront of the month of February, and there are those in the community who work tirelessly to raise that awareness.
One woman who has overcome great odds recently received an American Heart Association's Heart and Stroke Hero Award. And she is Jill Duas from Odell, and she joins us now to share her story. And thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
Thanks for making the drive up through Beatrice today. And I know John and I met you at the Heart Ball a few weeks ago. We were really moved by your story. Can you share it with everyone?
Yes, I am a heart and a stroke survivor. I had a stroke at the age of 45. I was born with a heart defect. It's called a congenital heart block. And at the age of 21, I received my first medical device. I received my first pacemaker. But then after that, I had my stroke at age 45. I've had a surgery, an open heart surgery to repair a valve. And since my first device when I was 21, now I'm on my 8th device, and I have an AICD. The last 3 or 4 have been pacemaker defibrillators. So, and I just keep wearing them out, so that's why I have so many.
And you are a nurse, right?
I am a nurse, yes, I am.
And so tell us about this stroke that you had at 45. I know you were sitting at the dinner table with your husband.
Yes. He had made supper for us, and I had just gotten through working a couple of 12-hour shifts, and I came home. I was eating, and all of a sudden I just dropped my fork in my left hand, and everything just went to my lap. And I stared at my daughter's boyfriend, who's now her husband, and this gibberish just came out of my mouth. And I remember my daughter saying, "Are you okay, Mom?" And I tried to say to her, "I think I'm fine," but it just wouldn't come out. So my husband scooped me up and put me in a family car, because we live in rural Nebraska, and drove me back to the same emergency room that I had just left when I was working. And I was evaluated there, and then thanks to work that the American Heart Association has done and the National Institute of Health, I received a drug called TPA, which is a clot buster. And I thank that drug. I say that drug literally changed my life. It saved my life.
And since that point, you've become a volunteer for the Heart Association.
Yes, I've always been involved in the American Heart Association, but I became very actively involved at that point.
See, what's scary here, I think, with heart stuff, stroke stuff, that probably came as a huge surprise to you, especially the stroke, right?
Yes.
As it does for most people. Were there signs when you look back that you say, maybe I could have seen this coming, or that someone should look for?
I thought, at the time, I thought, oh, I'm a little bit dizzy or something like that, but it was really just out of the blue, and especially at age 45, you don't intend for something like that to happen. So,
what advice do you have? What should people do to take care of their heart?
It's the age-old things. Stop smoking, lose weight, eat a healthy diet, and I think of a diet as a 4-letter word. I mean, it is. It's a 4-letter word. So I tend to tell people to eat a healthy meal plan, and try to get back to just doing things like that. But the number one thing is to quit smoking and to start exercising. That.
And I suppose know your genetics too. Obviously, you knew about some of the heart issues that you had, but genetics plays a huge role.
Exactly. And in my family, did we die of heart disease at an early age? No, we did not. So, but that is something that you need to pay attention to. Families need to. If people are dying at young ages, there has to be a reason why. And it's usually heart disease.
Or know your cholesterol level.
Exactly.
Blood pressure level, that kind of thing.
Exactly.
All right, Jill, thanks for sharing your story today.
You're very welcome.
To Tom for bringing me up here today.
Yes, he's the reason why I keep going.
Yes. All right, thanks so much.
Thanks so much for sharing your story. Coming up, a sneak